at Peak Wildlife Park. So I've obviously seen the red pandas, so they've got the new restaurant just here on the left. So we're going to head past the African village up to the polar bears and the Arctic foxes. So I'll pan the camera around so you can see where we're going. So you've got the African village just here, which has got goats and sheep in it. So you can walk amongst it. I haven't really been in there a while. Not that I won't go in. I'm quite happy to just see it from outside. But that's the enclosure you can go in. This is obviously the lemurs just here. And then we've got the new restaurant cafe bit here on the left. Then there's some toilets just there with the little sheds. There's ones near the entrance as well. So we're going to head up now to the polar bear enclosure. Might be a bit blustery, but we'll have a look up there, see if we can video the polar bears, which is just the cubs, because the mum has gone to another zoo. So the 3 polar bears that came here originally were Nanook, Hope and Nori. But they've now just got the 2 kids. So the mum, Hope, has gone to another zoo. But they've got a massive enclosure. So it starts up here. So you've got the wallabies just in that one there. So we're coming away from the lemurs in that one, the wallabies in that one, and this is the zebra enclosure. So we're going to head up this path, which brings you right the way back round the other side, and it brings you to the Arctic foxes. So we'll head up here, hopefully see the polar bears. Because they could be in this bottom one, or they could be round the other side. So we'll have a walk up anyway. There's also lots of interesting facts that you can read as well. Well, they're not in this one down here because that's another one of their little hideouts. So they're obviously round the other side. 88 pounds of food at once. Well, it's a lot of food compared to us. When a polar bear cub is born, it can't hear or see. It relies on its mother for everything. Interesting, isn't it? Polar bear skin is actually black. So you think, well, it's white, but it isn't. It's actually black according to this information here. So we're used to seeing the colours of polar bears as being white, but our information says it's black. You can trap air, which is then warmed by the sun. That's interesting. Polar bears like to keep clean after eating. Wood chip piles. There you go. So you're learning something now as you're going up here. Classified as marine mammals because they spend most of their lives on the sea ice of the Arctic Ocean. Do they roar like other bears? It says they're relatively quiet, they hiss, growl and chuff. Some birds going mad in this bush here. So they're around the other side, aren't they? There's some information about the bears here as well. I think they must be around this other side. Yep, I can see one of the bears. I'll show you in a short while. And they love traffic cones, apparently, these bears here, because this is one of 3 parks in the UK that has polar bears. So this is one of them. There's another one in England and the other one is in Scotland, apparently. So one of the polar bears is across here. So this is one of their other ponds. So one of the bears is actually out. The lifespan of bears in the wild is 15 to 18 years. They have a layer of fat up to 4.5 inches thick, warm. Actually in this country the weather can be quite blue. Due to the harsh conditions, polar bears are one of the lowest reproductive rates of any mammal. It's interesting to read this information. Vulnerable species. Six miles an hour in the water when they swim. So I think one of the bears is up there in that hideout. This is one of their ponds, and there's one of the bears just over there, look. So we'll zoom the camera in so you can see the bear literally over there. So there's one of the bears. Whereas this is Peak Wildlife Park, guy, in Staffordshire in the UK. So you've got a polar bear just there, and there's one in that hideout up there as well, I believe. Can't really see it from here, but this one got a really good shot. So yes, this is Peak Wildlife Park in the UK in Staffordshire near Alton Towers. One of 3 wildlife parks in the UK that has polar bears. That's interesting, the thermos flask, that's interesting. And if you don't already know, this enclosure here to the right of the polar bears is the Arctic foxes. And there's a couple of them running out over there actually. You can see one there running, Arctic foxes. So these are a recent species to the park as well. So I think there's about 4 of them in here. There's one just running just there, look. I'll try and stop the camera so you can see it. There it is. There's one of the Arctic foxes there. Apparently you can do an experience here and go in there as well and feed them. The other Arctic foxes are across there. You can just see them all there, huddled up together. I'll get a better shot in a moment. This is the whole of the Arctic fox enclosure. There's one of them just down there. So we'll go back to the polar bear who was over here. And apparently they have a 3rd eyelid. So there you go, that's something we don't have. Talks about Arctic foxes. There's less than 150 adults in Norway, Sweden and Finland. That's where they are. Do polar bears drink water? No, that's an interesting question. And the answer is actually polar bears get most of their water from a chemical reaction that breaks down fat. Okay. Polar bears' liver contains a deadly amount of vitamin A. It's so high that it could be toxic if eaten by humans. Arctic fox dens. Some are as old as 300 years. So they have a den in here because they've got that tube just there, and they go in there and have a warm, and they're just running about now. So there's one coming back along the fence just there. Baby polar bears are called cubs. They're born in a snow or den. In a snow den. I'll try and read that right in a minute. So we'll zoom back in on the polar bear. I've got a good shot of him here. There we go. Hi, everybody. To a Peak Wildlife Park in Staffordshire. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, it's at CarlSmith25 on YouTube. Please click subscribe, the notification bell, and you'll get a notification when I upload new videos. The other polar bear is in that hideout across there. You can't really see it, but this one is out eating this plastic thing or having a play. And to do the polar bear experience here, I think it's around 450 quid. But you get to go in the enclosure and obviously feed them, but that's a lot of money. So, but anyway, that's one of the experiences you can do here. So yeah, so there's the polar bear himself. How fast can Arctic foxes run? 30 mile an hour. This one isn't, but that's how fast they can. There's another two over there as well. What colour is a polar bear's fur? It says it's not white, it's transparent. Looks white because it reflects light. If you look at that one, it looks very brown actually, It looks very brown, doesn't it? Polar bears are not territorial, they don't defend a set area or a home range. Female polar bears usually give birth to twins, though single and triplet births occur. So the mum gave birth to two here, but obviously she's gone, it's just the cubs now. This is one of them and the other one's in that hideout, as I've said before. Arctic foxes can be found throughout the Arctic tundra, as well as in boreal forests. So we've got them right by the fence here. So there's two of them here, there's another one down in the bottom corner. So there's one. There's the other one, and the other one is down there in the bottom corner. And the other one is running off on the other side. Another shot at the polar bear from here. It is rather chilly, I will admit. Sunny but chilly. So they've got a massive enclosure, there's one of the gates to it there. So it's a massive enclosure and they need a lot of space. Arctic foxes have keen noses. They can smell a polar bear from as far as 40 kilometres away, or in this case, literally across the other side. Hello to you. So these are the Arctic foxes at Peak Wildlife Park in Staffordshire. I have got the other part of the park to go to, and an hour and 20 minutes until the park closes at 5 o'clock. So I need to get up there and really do some more video. Because obviously we've got the red squirrels and the giant rabbits, the tapirs and the dik-deks. So I want to get up there and do some footage as well before it closes. I'm going to go back the way I came and go off this live stream and then do another live stream when I get to the other side of the park. This is information about the Arctic fox. So for those of you that haven't been able to join, don't worry, because I'll be loading these onto the channel later on and I'll make them public so you'll be able to see them for yourselves later on. So it's at CarlSmith25 if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream very soon.